And but we to drive somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
But he was already there when we got there.
Oh, so he beat you back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And his grandmother lives on Calhoun Road. He lives with his grandmother. Okay. Do you have any idea what time that is, or?
11, 12.
Grandmother's house.
I don't. 1 a.m.
When's he come back?
He came back the same when we all went to his grandmother's house.
Okay, you guys walked from Rigdon Park, correct? And you walked straight there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we to drive somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
But he was already there when we got there.
Oh, so he beat you back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And his grandmother lives on Calhoun Road. He lives with his grandmother. Okay. Do you have any idea what time that is, or?
11, 12. 11, 12.
Okay. Okay. The shoes are in the Beetle. When do the shoes leave the Beetle?
He had them there at his grandmother's house because they switched them. They switched it out the cars when we met at Rigdon Park.
Okay, so when he arrives at Rigdon Park, you're still there. You guys load up
Yeah.
the SUV, and then you walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So where are the shoes now?
In the truck.
In the truck. Okay.
And he says he's gonna ditch the car.
Okay, so he never brings the shoes back to his grandmother's house?
He did. I don't know
When did you see the shoes at the grandmother's house?
when we got there.
Okay. Okay, so you last saw the shoes technically in the VW, get put in the SUV, and then you walk to Calhoun, but he's already there with the shoes and no SUV.
No, it's
Okay. And then you guys sit around, talk, they smoke, well, what do they do?
Smoke.
What's he talk about? Did he tell you what happened inside?
No.
You don't get into
I
what?
kept asking what he did, why he stayed. And he just said, be quiet, mind your business.
Okay.
And I was like, how it's not my business if I can get in trouble for this if you did something bad.
Why do you think he did something bad at that time?
Because he wasn't acting normal.
And so, I mean, I know you know more about what happened from the news, but what do you think happened out there?
I guess they say the person that killed them wrote him. So I guess he beat them to death.
Was he bloody? Did you ever see any blood on him?
No.
I believe you're very, very truthful with me, but you know we're taking all kinds of DNA from that house. I just need to know, were you inside that house?
No, sir.
Okay. Can we take your DNA to prove that you weren't in that house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna swab him out, that's all it is. But you do understand the seriousness of what happened out there.
Yes, sir. That's why.
I mean, and I'm sure it's weighing on you because you said you haven't eaten since that. And who have you confided in? Because I know you can't keep this bottled up.
Appreciate the likes. What's up, everybody tuning in?
How much details did you get into with your sister?
I just said that he did it, that's all.
Okay, what were you wearing that night?
My Adidas jacket,
Adidas jacket, what color is it?
black and white.
What pants were you wearing?
My gray sweatpants
Gray sweat. Where are these clothes now?
at my house.
Are they all together?
And they're scattered around the room.
Okay, have they been washed or you just threw them on the floor?
They ain't been washed.
Were they wearing gloves?
I seen Javarsi put on gloves when he snatched up his cousin.
Describe the gloves. Rubber gloves, mittens.
Rubber, I said rubber.
Rubber. Okay, what about Quest?
I didn't see him putting on.
Okay. They didn't wear any type of mask? I mean, I don't understand, why would they go do this to his cousin?
I don't know. I thought I knew him, but clearly I don't.
I mean, there's one thing from robbing somebody, stealing something,
Yeah.
but
Why you get taken to that level? That's what
So in your opinion, do you think Quez was in there while they were being beat up and brutally beaten?
doubt it, because there wouldn't be no other reason for him to stay there. For him to stay there and tell us to go. I doubt he had anything. He might have known, but I don't think he helped or did it.
Mm-hmm. Quez, what was Quez wearing? Jacket, what color jacket?
Black. I think it was a hoodie.
Okay. Anything written on it?
No. It looked like on Dollar General.
Okay. What do you know what he was wearing underneath? Okay. What type of pants? Color? Sweatpants? Cargo pants?
Black, maybe silky like.
Okay. What is Weeda wearing?
Dark blue hoodie.
You sure about that, or are you guessing? I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, dark blue hoodie. I think he wore regular blue jeans.
Okay.
But he lies a lot.
Who does, Weeda? Okay. Did you see any blood on Weeda when he came back to Calhoun?
No.
I mean, I know this is weighing on you. You got conscious, and you know that he was wrong.
He was there, and his mother was there. Then I heard about a little girl, and I was like, he know all three of them longer than he knew me. So if he think I'm trying to snitch on him, he might try to kill me next. If he killed his own family, what would he do to a friend?
Where do you think he is now?
Probably at his grandma's.
On Calhoun. Does he have guns? Does he normally carry guns?
No.
I mean, I know you've been thinking about this, but I mean, is that what you think he went out there to take his shoes and something happened? And
Yeah. Just think something happened.
Did you hear any demands or what he was telling them to do?
No. The boy Caleb was offering stuff.
What was Caleb offering?
Just games and stuff. Games and money.
Did you mention something that he said where they tied him up or where they put everybody, or did you say something about a closet or?
Yeah, I asked.
Who said that?
Quez.
Okay, what did he say?
I asked Quez what he doing with the people. He said he put them all in the closet.
You know what closet? Did he say did he tie him up or did he? What did they tie him up with or?
I ain't asked. I just knew he tied up the boy.
Okay. Is there anything else that would help us make sense out of this? Anybody else we need to talk to? Anybody else you think we need to talk to besides Quez and Weeda? Do you think they told anybody?
I don't know. I ain't been talking to him like that since that happened.
So you haven't talked to him since?
Probably once today.
What did he say?
Told me his grandpa died today. I asked him how. He said smoking that stuff.
Weeda's phone number is in your phone. Okay.
I mean, this had to be weighing down on you. Because you know that wasn't right.
Because when I seen they said he killed a little girl, then I have a little girl.
Exactly.
Just made me sick to my stomach. Been here for like 10 years now. And I never think it'll do anything like that.
This is, like I said, it's a swab. I'm just putting it in your mouth, so.
Got that number 2 spot.
No,
We on their gas.
This is very involved, okay? And I mean, you are in the middle of this, okay?
So I'm going to jail tonight?
I'd lie to you if I said I don't know. But what you're charged with, I mean, like I said, I can't promise you we're all gonna discuss this or whatever, but you do understand that we are, what, 3 days into this, and now we're just finding out. Okay, now I'm not saying that you were the worst person, this was your idea, but just like if everybody's involved, you have something to put into this, okay? So I'm not saying that, no, are you leaving here tonight? No.
Tonight?
No. But there's a difference between what you're saying and cooperating to what happens to you.
No choice, but
That, honestly, I do not know. This is, you know how big this is, okay? There has been people talking about this just from all over, okay? This is a very big thing, okay? And we're trying to figure this all out. But now you're coming down here cooperating, and now, I mean, literally, we're gonna go see what happens from here. I mean, you're not the last person we gotta go talk to, okay? Now, do you know if him and Quez divided up things?
No,
What'd they give you out of it?
nothing. I didn't ask for nothing. I don't want nothing to do
You
with
didn't
it.
get one thing?
I want nothing to do. I didn't.
Okay, I'm not saying you're lying, but I just don't wanna come back and they say, well, he did this, he did that, or he was in the house. Okay, I mean, like right now, I mean, yes, you're being very cooperative, I think very truthful, but we just don't wanna come back and then say, well, you did go in the house, and even though you didn't swing at them or do something, we just don't know if you were inside the house, okay? What this is just saying, consent to draw saliva, you fully understand that your consent is necessary for saliva to be drawn, that any evidence developed from this sample is admissible as evidence against you in a court of law. And like I said, it is not blood, I'm just gonna do that in your mouth, okay? Like I said, I'm the witness, you're the signature, you just sign right there, that is. Just open your mouth, I'm gonna go get your signature gun. We're gonna go for a ride, okay? So you can show us this route. You enjoy your water. But since you're riding in one of our cars, it's our policy. But it'll be comfortable, it'll be in your front, I promise.
Following Raheem's demonstration of the route the trio took on the night of the murders, he was arrested and charged with murder. Investigators contacted a man who called 911 about a strange individual he had seen the night of the triple homicide.
Can you just briefly tell me about what occurred on the night that you reported this incident?
Yeah, I was actually, I left my house, I was running to the ATM to get some cash, and I was on the phone with my spouse, and as I was approaching the stop sign at the end of McKee Road, turning onto Highway 80 going back toward Midland, I noticed there was a guy. He was right when I was slowing down to stop the stop sign. He was walking across, like walking off the road onto the grass, and I'm looking back to see if there's traffic coming so I can go. And as I'm looking back, I don't know if he's looking at me, thinking I'm looking at him or what, but he starts walking towards my car, just like he knows me, just walking straight towards my car, and I'm like, oh crap, this guy's walking towards me. And then I couldn't go because there was a car coming. He just keeps on walking. He probably got right there to the pavement of the road,
Yes.
and I was able to go. I called 911. Because never do we see someone out there at 9:18 at night at McKee Rock Road. I mean, there's no reason to be out there. He was wearing a dark color hoodie. The hoodie was on his head, and he was, I would say, he's a light-skinned guy.
When you said light-skinned guy, is he black, white, what?
He's a black guy,
Okay.
black male.
How old did he look to you?
Between, could have been younger, but I would say between 20 and 30.
If you give me a moment, I'll be right back with your short, okay? Okay, come on.
Police developed a photo lineup of known Raheem Gibson and Javarcier Tapley associates. The motorist positively identified 15-year-old Rufus Burks as the person he saw near the Short residence on the night of the incident. Rufus Burks matched Raheem's description of Quez. Detective Touchberry said checking suspects' social media accounts is standard practice. The results of search warrants uncovered communications between Javarcier Tapley and Rufus Burks. Their messages indicated that they might be involved in this incident. Detectives recovered pictures of stolen items from the residence being traded or listed for sale. Detectives brought the two juveniles to the station for questioning. Rufus refused to speak with detectives and immediately requested a lawyer. Based on the witness identification and Rufus's communications with Javarcier, he was arrested and charged with murder. His alleged cohort, Javarcier, willingly spoke with investigators.
Oh, man. Apologize for the wait, man. But taking care of some of everything around here, man. Just wait busy. Man, I tell you again, man, I really appreciate you. Appreciate your patience, man, and appreciate you coming out here and talking to us and everything.
Yeah, I gotta get up and go to school in the morning.
Yeah. Oh man, it's 11:59. You know, some people that say that you might have had something to do with it.
Yes, sir.
What you know about that?
Nothing. I mean, why would I do something like that? I told you my whereabouts. My grandma can tell you my whereabouts where I was. Why would I have anything to do with my own cousin?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I mean, we just have to, you know, if people
Yeah,
tell
go
us
over
something,
it. Yeah.
we just have to check into it.
Yeah, I understand that. I would never have something to do with it. all these years I've been knowing him, never even crossed my mind to do something like that, have anything to do with something like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No. I just can't. I didn't do that. I promise you that.
Because man, this was a terrible incident. Nobody deserved that.
They really didn't.
And nobody deserved that. So, you know, you got a child, teenager,
And a grandmother
And a
slash
grandmother.
mother.
mm-hmm.
Like I was saying. I don't even see myself even being in no situation like that.
And what's that?
Because I'm not that type of person, you know.
What type of person is that?
A cold-hearted person.
Cold-hearted person.
Yeah. I don't see myself hurting anyone.
You never gotten upset and want to hurt somebody?
No, sir. Well, everybody got upset.
Watching this video, putting this pressure together before I get it cracking.
Yeah.
As far as getting upset
Mm-hmm.
and going off and stuff like that, I don't.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Why would people be saying, what if I told you, you know, why all these people would be saying that you had something to do with it?
Probably because Caleb was my cousin, and they saw, and they, when me and Caleb was together or something like that at the mall, they saw me and him together. So they figured if he always with Caleb, he probably know who Caleb had beef with, who Caleb all let come to the house, who Caleb hung out with, who Caleb did this with, who Caleb did that with. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, but stuff like that, no. I don't know who he had beef with or anything like that.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. I'm positive.
So you don't know nothing about this incident at all?
No, sir.
You ain't heard anything about it at all?
No, sir. As far as my grandma saying what she said and stuff like that.
And what she said again?
She had said that she think it was somebody in the family or something like that. And that dude on the corner at that store, and he told us he see like the same thing. And I was thinking to myself, can't be, because everybody in Caleb's family is too sweet like that. And nobody on our side of the family even met that side with my grandfather. His side of the family with Caleb now. So that's why I was like, no. Y'all can't be right. I
Yeah, a
understand
couple
y'all wanna
seconds,
know
chat. I'm
who
getting
did this and all,
situated.
but as far as information, I honestly don't know. With the swab and all that, I said, I didn't see no point of doing it. Like I just told that detective right there. I said, you find anything the same day, you got my grandmother's number, you know where she live at, I'll come in and do everything.
What you mean by that? I mean, you gotta clarify for me.
I mean, as far as me not being out there since June, there's no even way of point. And for...
What do you mean find anything? What you talking about?
He said something like, if he come across anything in the next 2 or 3 months, he just want to make sure I'm out the way. But like I said, you got my grandmother's number, you got my number, you got the address. Not going nowhere. I'm there. I go to Spencer High School. I'm there. You call her, ask her, and like I said, I told y'all I'll think about it, but I just didn't see no point in doing that. But yeah.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. You know, we had to ask you. Just support of the process, okay?
Yes, sir.
And I want to say this to you again. You hear anything, or you remember something that you may not remember tonight,
Give y'all a call.
give us a call.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let me go check on some stuff. See about getting you out of here, man.
All right.
We appreciate your time. Appreciate you
All
coming
right.
down, okay?
Can you please take me home now? I'm sleepy as a dog, man.
Give me a few minutes, okay? I'll
Okay.
get you on, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I just get a vibe about you. And, you know, if something just keep telling me that things not adding up here, man. I don't think you're being truthful with me.
I'm being 100% truthful with you.
I don't think you are. I don't think you are. You know, I've been doing this, you know, for some time now, speaking with people, and some things you telling me, it don't make any, it's not adding up. It's not jiving.
Well, I'm telling you what I know, and from what I have done with Caleb, and been, as far as being around him and stuff like that,
Well, I think you know more than what you're telling me.
I honestly don't.
I do. And deep down inside, you may know why I feel that way.
Not really. As far as you asked me what my whereabouts were, I told you. My grandma can vouch for me.
Is there anything you want to get off your mind? Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, sir.
Anything you want to get off your heart?
No, sir. Sitting here looking you eye to eye as a man.
As a man.
I don't have nothing to hide. I mean, like, if you don't believe me or whatever, I mean, that's just how you feel.
Okay.
Eye to eye. There's nothing I know about this. Nothing.
So a person like you want to do that?
No, sir. Never, ever. Can harm nobody.
Person like you want to kill an innocent child?
No, sir, I would not.
Person like you want to kill a grandmother?
No.
A caring person like Miss Gloria?
No.
Person like you want to kill Caleb?
No. Been straightforward with you since the first moment I walked in here.
Well, I thank you for your time. Give us a few minutes and we'll get you out, okay? You gotta go to school tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah, wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, take me a shower, get ready for school.
Okay.
You all right, man?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we fixing to go then. Let me ask you this. We had some people down there talking to your grandmama. Is there any reason why they would tell us that you and Caleb were kind of like video game buddies?
We never had the same systems.
Well, I'm just asking because
No.
that's what they were telling us, which
Yeah.
made me kind of wonder because
No.
you were telling me y'all weren't that close and you don't really know much about him. So you don't play no games with him online or nothing
No,
like
sir.
that? I know Detective Malone here told you what he thought about it, and I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
I understand if I knew anything, I would tell y'all, but as far as like video game buddies and stuff like that, no. I don't play any games, I don't own any games. Last game I owned was right before I lost my last job, was working at Waffle House. I worked at Little Caesars before that. And I barely can afford to make payments on that, so I took that back.
I think you know more than you're telling.
Which I don't.
I'm just telling, I'm being honest
Yeah, I
with you. I ain't
understand
lied to
your-
you since I
I
come
understand
through this front door with you, but
I
I'm just,
understand.
there's something in me telling me that you can help me out. I don't know why you're holding back.
Got his
I'm
ass.
not holding back, I promise you.
Being honest
Yeah,
with you.
same thing I told him.
You know, I don't
That's
try
all.
to, my job is not to bullshit people, and there's just something, everything you're saying to me, it's like you want to dance around everything, and I don't get that. Because it's your cousin. It's not my
Yeah, I
cousin.
understand. I'm telling you what I know. From my family members to theirs, they know I don't have much contact with Caleb.
All right.
Caleb don't tell me anything. I don't do anything with him. Like as far as video games or anything.
But you say you tell me if you did, right?
Yes, sir, I would.
Get you home to your grandma.
Investigators downloaded and analyzed the data from Javarsier's phone. They found deleted messages he exchanged with Caleb Short from the night of the murders. Detectives brought Javarsier in for another round of questioning.
Just to reiterate, myself and other detectives came out to your residence on today in reference to a search warrant for your person. Okay, we have a search warrant today to obtain DNA, hair, and photographs of your body. We're going to photograph those and collect DNA from you, okay, in reference to the investigation. We previously spoke with you prior to this and requested, for you to provide the DNA, but you refused at that particular time. So in return, we obtained a search warrant, okay?
Yes, sir.
And probable cause to get a search warrant for
Yes, sir.
DNA, hair, and also to photograph you, okay?
Okay.
You will be provided a copy of the search warrant,
Sure.
upon this being complete. Your phone, we'll get your phone returned back to you. Thanks, Marcy. Marcy.
Hey, what's up, man?
Corporal Reynolds.
Yeah.
The ID technician. Okay. He's gonna be conducting those processes with you. If you would, just come right here. Have a seat in this chair right here for us, okay?
Yeah.
Let me grab some gloves. Okay, yeah. Move that. Okay.
I ain't gonna get poked now.
No. Basically what occurs is he obtained a sample of saliva from both of your cheeks, right and left cheek. That's all it is. Then he explained to you about collection of hair and all that.
I'm just curious about it. Hey, I got a hanging skull and
Talking about the skeleton.
yes, I don't know why I said skull.
It was here when I got here. I don't know, it probably been here for a while.
All right, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna rub this in one side of your cheeks.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take the second one to the other side, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, like I said, I'll try to be quick, buddy. This guy kinda take like 25 random ones, okay?
Really?
Yeah, that didn't even take it out there, sorry.
Don't be scared. Dig off in there. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Okay. This ain't been hurting you? Okay,
I
good.
have a big head, man.
I didn't wake up this morning and say, I bet I'm gonna be plucking hairs out of top of somebody's head. That'd been the last thing if anybody said that was what I was gonna be doing today. How old are you?
17.
17? All right, one more, then we'll be done. All right, now you drop your pants. We'll get some. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I don't know what y'all got going on here.
Nah, I'm kidding.
Give us a second and we'll get ready to walk you over to the other side.
Back my now.
You know we won't be doing this just cause.
Yeah, I understand.
It's part of this process. So
Do your job.
now, I've been talking to you back and forth, you know. This opportunity is here. Is there anything you want to tell us at this point? Okay. So right now I want to tell you something. As I said, you got your DNA, you got your fingerprints, okay? Okay. So is there anything that you want to tell us?
No, sir.
You provided us with your phone last time, and you know, the strange thing with that phone, man, we tried to download it, and you know, a lot of times people think it's just share some knowledge with you. A lot of times people think when they delete stuff, they think it's gone.
Oh, I ain't worried about all that. You was doing that
listen,
T-Mobile
listen. I just want to let you know, just share some knowledge with you. A lot of times people think they delete stuff from phones and stuff, they think it's gone, but it's not gone. The minute you put stuff on there, text messages, phone calls, call logs, all that, etc. That stuff is not gone. It's not deleted. We have ways of pulling that stuff up.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, you know, you just keep that in mind, okay?
Yes, sir.
You know, that kind of looks kind of being deceitful, you know, kind of not trustworthy when you come in here. You gave me a phone and you said a T-Mobile update.
Yeah, you saw it was on like 5% when y'all came and got me.
Mm-hmm. That's what you was doing, update your phone. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, because I ain't have enough space for all the other stuff, so I just did it again and then reset the whole thing. I just let it sit there and reset and do whatever I had to do.
Okay. You didn't delete and off of it. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't know what goes on with them updates. I just do them.
Appreciate your cooperation today.
Yes, sir.
Based on the evidence gathered, the police obtained a warrant for Javarsier's arrest. He was arrested without incident the following day.
All right, Mr. Taker, apologize about the wait. My name's Detective Malone, Columbus Police Department. As you know, today we came to pick you up at your grandmother's residence in reference to a murder warrant, okay? Have a warrant for your arrest for murder. Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is this form right here is a Bureau of Investigative Service Advisory Rights form, okay? I'm gonna go over this with you. I'm gonna explain it to you, and we'll go from there. What's the highest grade of education that you have, sir? 10th grade. And what school you go to? Spencer High. Okay. Okay, if you understand your rights, down here, this also reads waiver of rights. I have read or have read to me the above rights and understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions without having a lawyer present at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, no pressure or coercion of any kind is used against me. Okay? If you want to speak to me, I'll ask for you to place your initials by 1 through 6 and sign your name down here at the bottom. Would you like to speak to me? Okay, so you do not want to speak to me today? Hell no. Okay, all right. Well, I thank you for your time. We'll get you out of here shortly, okay?
While in jail, Javarsier's cellmate sent a letter to police requesting to speak with detectives.
It's like, Mr. Yukator keeps staring at me like that. He's like, oh, you trying to throw shade? And he's like, I've killed 3 people. You don't think I'll kill you too? If you ever call me Yukator again, I'm going to kill you. I don't care who you are in the storm. I will kill you. He's like, I'm never getting out anyway. When he came in the morning, he would read the paper and talk with me about his case. Just, say things like, I wish I could do it again. I'd kill him again. He said they were going to kill the 3rd person. They'll look out and they were going to kill him, but there wasn't enough time.
After analyzing the evidence, investigators believed Javarsier's motive was pure jealousy. He was jealous of what Caleb had. Although detectives received a confession from Raheem Gibson, they were suspicious of the events and timeline he provided. Based on his timeline, the trio couldn't have walked to the Short residence. In a revised statement to police, when agreeing to testify against his co-defendants, Raheem admitted that they used a moped. They alternated riding the moped to get there faster. He added that Javarsier was in communication with Caleb throughout the journey. Investigators believe that after arriving at the Short residence, Javarsier convinced Caleb to come outside. He was then ambushed, assaulted, and dragged to the backyard. The suspects gained entry through Caleb's window and committed the horrific crime. All 3 victims were bound and beaten with blunt objects, causing extensive trauma. Confronted with the evidence against him, Javarsier Tapley pled guilty to 3 counts of malice murder. He received 3 life sentences without the possibility of parole. Raheem Gibson also pled guilty to 3 counts of malice murder. Because he agreed to testify against Rufus Burks, he received a 30-year sentence. Rufus was the only one to stand trial. His attorney admits to him being at the scene, but insists that he had left with Raheem before the murders had occurred. Nevertheless, the jury didn't buy his story. They found him guilty of felony murder and kidnapping. He received 2 concurrent life sentences plus 15 years in prison. With Rufus being a juvenile at the time of the murders and during his sentencing, the judge could not sentence him to life without parole. Based on current Georgia law, Rufus will serve at least 30 years before being eligible for parole. Detective Malone said they did their best to ensure justice was served and that they were a voice for the victims. Shamika felt a sense of betrayal. Her brother Caleb was shy, so she thought Javarsier would help Caleb get out more and that they would do things together. Javarsier had joined them on vacation multiple times, even sharing a hotel room with the family. Gigi had been around him for years as he would spend summers at the house. Gloria would buy him clothes, anything he wanted. Lindsay Robertson said the incident weighs on her family. Lindsay's daughter sometimes pretends that Gigi, Caleb, and Gloria have come over. She said they play along and that it makes them all feel better. For more videos of cases never seen on YouTube, click one of the videos on screen now or the links in the pinned comment. Goodbye for now.
First challenge complete with 50 seconds left. Let's go.
It tears me apart. Watching young men and women destroy their lives over bad decisions, over bad choices. Well, I know, Jakari. I know exactly. The whole thing was captured on video.
5 seconds. It's Thursday, June 23rd, 2022 in the early morning hours, when Daytona Beach police officers hear shots ring out in the Forest Glen area. At 1:54 a.m., DBPD officers are dispatched to the intersection of Oak Tree Circle
Come on, get in
and
the box,
Forest
big
Glen
fella.
Boulevard. As they arrive on the scene, officers observe an unknown black male victim lying on the sidewalk. He's bleeding from multiple gunshot wounds. Additional units are called in. With more eyes on the scene, police discover approximately 6 empty shell casings around the victim's body. Investigators surmise that the perpetrator was either with the victim or waiting on him prior to the shooting. Police also discover a black cell phone at the scene. Daytona Fire arrives at the location and pronounces the victim dead at 2:09 a.m. Through Rapid ID, Officer Christopher Saliginen positively identifies the victim as 19-year-old Teelan K. Mann. Rapid ID allows officers to use FBI-approved fingerprint scanners to scan the individual's finger. The system conducts a background check while the print runs through a database that can provide officers with a positive match. Through the scan, police learn that they're not far from Mann's home on Oak Tree Circle. Detective Joseph Rosas makes contact with Mann's sister, Tiki Ya Mann. Tiki Ya informs him that her brother is gay and promiscuous, according to the Volusia Circuit Court affidavit. She tells the detective that Mann left his residence alone at 1:51 a.m., which is confirmed by footage captured on his Ring doorbell camera. Tiki Ya confirms the phone found at the scene belongs to her brother. She consents to police searching his phone. Once the phone is unlocked, police discover a chain of over 170 Instagram messages between Mann and someone who they believe may be their suspect. Mann's IG handle is Supreme_Cash. The suspect's handle is _FUCCU2X. From reading the messages, officers determine that Mann and the suspect had plans to meet. At 1:51 a.m., the time Mann is seen leaving his home on video camera, the suspect sends him a message. It reads, "Come to sidewalk," to which Mann responds, "Okay." Leading up to their meeting, Mann sends his alleged shooter directions to his home. Police use the directions given in the messages to track down locations that might have cameras that caught the suspect passing by. Using surveillance footage from a nearby middle school and various apartment complexes, as well as street cameras on Bellevue Avenue, police track the suspect's path to the crime scene and then back to his residence following the shooting. Based on the footage from Bellevue Avenue street cameras, it appears that the suspect abandons his bike near Bellevue Avenue and continues on foot. The cameras capture him running across Bellevue Avenue at 1:40 a.m. and eventually heading west. He crosses Nova Road and is then seen taking a photo on Palm Cove Apartments security footage. The timing lines up perfectly with when Mann receives a photo from the suspect through IG messages. Surveillance footage from Bethune-Cookman University captures the suspect on his bike on Franklin Street before finally stopping at a private residence on Garden Street at 2:50 a.m. By rewinding the same camera footage, police can see the suspect leaving from a home on Garden Street at approximately 12:54 a.m. The suspect's movements confirm his current whereabouts.
Get out of the ground! You're gonna get dog back! You're gonna get dog back! Come here!
By approximately 9 p.m. on the day of the shooting, Detective Rosas obtains a signed search warrant for the Garden Street residence. During the search, Webb ignores detectives' commands and attempts to flee on foot. He's taken into custody. Once in custody, Detective Rosas reads Webb his Miranda rights. Webb affirms that he's willing to talk to the officer about resisting arrest.
Because right now, they charged you with resisting arrest.
No, they said they weren't going to do it.
Right. That's what we're figuring out now. Because I guess you ran.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to figure that out. Where do you work at?
Roseville.
That's right. I swear, man, I think you delivered furniture to me.
Yes, I did.
Just recently?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. I was getting in no trouble.
Man, how the hell did you get up in here?
Man, I was on guard. I really couldn't go home. I didn't know what was going on, so I seen the truck come. And I was trying to get out of it.
All right.
Scared the out of me. So I ran.
Well, listen, I'm going to talk to you about this resisting arrest, the running. You know what I mean? Because that's the main thing. And other than that, the VOP I'm not concerned about.
At this point in the interrogation, Webb says he's most concerned about having violated his parole. In 2022, Webb was sentenced to 48 days in county jail for misdemeanor battery relating to a domestic violence case involving his mother. Webb tells the detective his
We just
parole
earned the
was
number
for
one running
possession
back
of
at the
a firearm.
University of Indiana.
What are you on probation for?
2-star. Went from 4th on the depth chart.
Oh, Jesus.
started last year for a little bit.
You're on felony probation. When you saw the police, what did you think immediately?
I was like, what the f? Because I just seen this big ass truck come, and then he just had the stick out already. We all was scared as fuck. We ain't never been through nothing like that. So, but I just ran because I was like, what the f? I'm scared. Like, I ain't never been in a situation like that. You don't get in trouble or nothing. It ain't no more probation, so I was scared. So I just ran around the house. I just literally walked out of the house, actually. And then that's when they came. Then I ran around the house, and it was on the back street. So they said, stop and get on the ground. So I started that on the ground. The dude came and jumped on me. So I was hot by that.
Do you have any nicknames?
No, Kari.
Kari? Kari, I want to talk to you about Wednesday night, last Wednesday night. I want to talk to you about that night, right? Do you remember what you were doing that night?
I was with my brother.
Who's your brother?
He was on guard.
Oh, you were with RJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I stayed the night over there.
Okay, on Wednesday night? Yeah. All right. Did y'all go to the club or anything? Did y'all do anything? All right. Wednesday was the 22nd.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so you stayed the night over at Garden? Okay, all right. And what did y'all do that night?
Play the game, watch TV.
Watch TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was playing basketball over there.
Yeah.
Chilling out. I got my feet.
Yeah. RJ's mom is super nice. You know, she's super sweet. What so throughout the night you guys just played basketball, and what else did you do?
Yeah, then we stayed up to like late. We stayed till like 1 or 2, and then I went to sleep because I had to work in the morning. I had to get up at 7, and I went to sleep. I went to sleep, and I got up at 7.
Okay, so you had to work rooms to go on at 7 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay, on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
So Wednesday night you're with RJ, you're up at Garden Street where I met you at today, right? And what time did you guys go to bed? Did you go anywhere from there?
I went home in the morning and I went to work.
Detective Rosas begins the interrogation, as many seasoned detectives do, by questioning the suspect about his personal life, school, and friends. He doesn't stay on those topics for long, though. Already aware of the evidence DBPD has connecting Webb to the crime, Detective Rosas quickly begins asking his suspect about the night of man's death.
When you're there, since you don't have a license, how do you travel around? You walk everywhere? Whose bike do you ride? Who? Okay. What bike? What does that bike look like?
It's a beach cruiser. It's like gray with black handlebars.
Okay. Anything? Does it have anything else cool to it? Where's that bike located at?
G.
Is that on Garden? Yeah. At the house? Yeah. Okay. And did you travel by any bicycle on Wednesday? Yeah. No? Okay. All right. So, Jakari, I'm going to be straight up with you, all right? I'm not here to violate you, all right? But I'm always willing to give people breaks. Last thing I want to do is see you jammed up with your probation officer, because, listen to me, and I mean this, okay? You're 19, all right? I'm not trying to see you go and, deal with bull through your probation officer because you ran away. You feel me? I'm not that person. But you have to work with me and understand the moment you're not honest with me is the moment my relationship with you goes downhill. Okay? I respect you. I respect you and I tell you the truth. Okay? Whether it's going to hurt your feelings or not, I'll tell you the truth. Is that fair? Okay? But I expect the same from you. Okay? Deal? Okay? And I mean that. I'll help you as much as I can. All right? But you cannot lie to me. Okay.
After leveling with Webb, Detective Rosas presents him with the video footage investigators have of Webb outside a private residence on South Caroline Street.
And let me tell you what I have. I need to ask this question from you.
What?
Were you trying to break into the house?
Oh, no.
What were you doing?
Yeah, no, that's where my mom stayed. I was going around the RV. She stayed in the RV. I was going around it. I wasn't trying to break it in.
Okay, because see, we get ring camera footage, and when something suspicious happens, we know we know this is you.
Right.
It's clear as day, right? So I'm asking you that, were you trying to break into this house?
Hell no, I promise to God I'm not. Cause my mom stay in that trailer. I ain't trying to break in no house. I was running around it. Hell no, I wasn't trying to break in no house.
You promise?
I promise to God.
What were you doing out there? What were you doing out there, running around?
What was it? I don't know. I was just probably passing by. I don't know.
Do you remember? You remember the time? You know the time on that, right? That's early.
I don't know the time.
But I'm saying that's damn near 2 in the morning. Well, we have to ask that question because we're getting footage of you running up behind a house, an RV.
Right, that's where my mom stays.
Okay.
I don't want to break into nothing like that.
Okay. What were you doing before that?
We were playing basketball. That's all we were doing. We were playing basketball. That's all I knew. We were doing. We weren't really doing too much. I don't know why I was running from that. I'm sorry to get basketball or something. And I know I'm not breaking nobody's house, but I know I'm not. I promise you. And we breaking into people's house.
Detective Rosas slides his chair closer to Webb and leans forward in an attempt to build rapport. He knows Webb wasn't there to break into the house. He needs the 19-year-old to explain what he was really doing there that night.
I have kids your age. I have 5 kids. Okay. You were young. Listen to me. You have your whole life ahead. You understand that? Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we do things that we regret. Okay. Sometimes that happens. Because we're human. You're young. We make mistakes. You feel me? Jakari, what were you doing before that? What did you do?
I wasn't doing nothing. I told you we were chilling.
Remember what I told you? Remember what I told you? Be honest with me.
Damn. Oh, I know we were.
That's at 752 South Carolina, right next to Bellevue. It's pretty far.
South side?
It's on the south side.
By Soul City where my auntie stay?
Not Soul City. Not by Garden.
But that's my auntie stay on over there.
Okay.
And I was at her house.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
I have no reason to promise. I promise you I have no reason to lie about nothing.
Jakari, you don't have a reason to lie.
I don't.
Well, tell me this. Why did you just tell me that house in that RV is your family's when I know it's not?
I thought that was my auntie's.
Then why would you run up there? Why would you hide behind it? Why would you run up there?
Webb doesn't appear ready to confess yet, but Detective Rosas trusts the interrogation process. He quickly presses Webb without making any accusations.
I ain't hiding nowhere. I was coming from Soul City.
Soul City's the other way.
Bro, I don't know I was over there. To be real.
I can't help you. I can't help you if you're not straight up with me.
I'm not.
Try. Listen to me. No, Jakari. I can't help you if you don't tell me the truth.
I I'm not lying about nothing, but okay.
Webb's body language at this point in the investigation shows how uncomfortable he feels with Detective Rose's insistence that he's not telling the truth. He can be seen turning his face away from the detective and leaning against the wall. In his book, What Every Body is Saying, Joe Navarro, a former FBI agent of over 25 years, describes this behavior as blocking and says it's often exhibited by suspects in an interrogation room. Blocking behaviors can include turning or leaning away from a perceived threat. Navarro explains that while blocking behaviors don't necessarily show deception, they do demonstrate a certain level of uncomfortableness. Despite Webb's obvious discomfort, Detective Rosas continues to press him.
What did you do prior to this? Prior to that video, what did you do?
Can't do nothing.
What were you doing?
I don't know. Maybe I'll probably coming from that gas station and getting something to drink.
What gas station?
Sunoco.
You were at the Sunoco?
Yes.
Okay.
Now Detective Rosas has information from Webb that matches up with the Instagram messages between the victim, Teelan Mann, and the suspect.
What were you doing there?
Getting something to drink. It was hot.
Okay.
See, I got my shirt off.
I do see that you have your shirt off. What else?
Bro, that was it. I promise to God. Then I went back to the other side of town by where I stayed.
How did you get to the other side of town?
I walked.
Despite the detective's calm tone and low voice, Webb begins to raise his voice in response to the questions he's being asked. While Navarro categorizes blocking behaviors as a part of a person's natural flight response, Webb's argumentative tone could be considered a display of his fight response. All the while, he's still leaning against the wall and avoiding eye contact with Detective Rosas.
I just want to be straight with you.
What?
I know you did.
Bro, I ain't do nothing.
I know. I know everything.
I ain't do nothing.
Jakari. Hey. Jakari.
Yes.
I know everything.
I didn't do nothing.
It tears me apart. Watching young men and women destroy their life over bad decisions, over bad choices.
Bro, I didn't
No,
do
Jakari. I know exactly what you did.
Bro, what I did?
Another characteristic of the human flight response Navarro describes in his book is called freeze response. Navarro believes one way suspects modify the freeze response is by attempting to diminish their size or exposure. For example, Webb is hunching over and lowering his head as Detective Rosas speaks to him. Then Webb can be seen suddenly lifting his head and firing a question back at Detective Rosas. As Webb struggles to admit his role in Mann's killing, he seems to alternate between fight and flight. Both responses are signs that he's extremely uncomfortable during the interrogation.
Talking to you like a man. I told you I didn't do nothing, bro.
What did you do before this? Before that video, what did you do? Where were you running?
Bro, I was at the store. I'm telling you straight up, bro. I don't believe you, man.
Jakari, how did you get over there?
Whoa.
From where?
Bro, from the south side, I was in Soul City. Bro,
Jakari.
She here and believe me, that's crazy, bro. Hey, you can't really joking, bro.
Hey.
Webb rests his head on the table even as he responds to the detective's statements. Stooping one's head down and sinking into the furniture is behavior which can indicate someone being deceitful or blatantly lying.
I know it all. I know it all. I know that you rode your bike. I know you rode a bike over. Jakari.
Man, I didn't go.
I know. Look at me. I know you rode the beach cruiser from Garden at 12:50 a.m.
Right, Chris. Oh.
No. And then guess what?
What?
And then I see you again. I see you travel all throughout the city. Hold on.
I'm listening.
Please don't do this to yourself. I'm begging you. Don't do this. I'm here for a reason. and I can help you. But if you're not truthful with me, I can't help you. I saw you at Forest Glen. I saw it all.
What is Forest Glen?
With his head still down on the table, Webb repeats that he didn't do anything, but slowly he begins to confess to small parts of the story, like riding the bike through Forest Glen apartments.
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. I told you I would respect you and help you as much as possible. Okay? But the moment you start lying to me, I cannot convince anyone that it was an accident. I can't convince anyone that it was an accident. Right now, it's going based on you being dishonest. I've got video. I've got it all. The whole thing was captured on video. Every bit of this. What? Jakari.
I'm here for running, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. This was crazy, bro. I'm not supposed to be
Jakari,
here.
I saw who you met up with that night.
Nobody.
Look at me. I saw it. We saw it.
That's crazy you trying to sit there and say this, bro.
You can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. You can't sit here and lie and lie and lie and expect me to help you. I can't help you that way. I know what you did and I saw it. I have it everywhere. I can tell you everything you've done. Everything you've done that night, I can tell you what you've done. But here's what I need to know. Why? I just want to know why. Was it an argument? Was it a mistake? What was it? What was it?
That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense.
I can't help you if you don't tell me your side of the story. I can't help you. Jakari, I have you on video. Okay, there's video. I can tell you everything that you did. I can tell you I have search warrants on Instagram. I have your Instagram accounts. Oh, I know, listen, the ones that you delete, I have it all. That tells me everything, who you are. How do you think we are here? Why are we here? Because, Jakari, look at me. Respect me enough to look at me like I do you. Please.
Detective Rosas raises his voice as he presents Webb with the evidence the DPBD have, connecting him to man's death. As he's yelling, Webb's body exhibits what Navarro refers to as the turtle effect in his book. This positioning shows that Webb is highly uncomfortable and beginning to lose confidence during the interrogation.
I need to know your side. I'm here to help you. I need to know your side. Did he attack you? He's a violent person. Did he attack you? Stop. I know you're scared, but don't be. I'm here to help you, but I know everything. I just want to know why, what happened. We're past that. We're past that. Jakari, we're past that. What happened?
They attacked me, bro.
They tapped you?
They attacked me, like you said.
He attacked you?
It was an accident.
Okay. It was an accident. Okay. Okay, hey.
2-1 in the division, let's go.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I promise you. It's okay. Tell me your story. I know he's violent. I'm aware of this. I just don't know why.
Webb finally begins to confess, but Detective Rosas needs specifics.
Because he wanted to see me.
He wanted to see you? Okay. All right. Did you have a relationship with him?
Not like that.
What type of relationship was it?
No, he was like a friend.
Like a friend? Was he trying to get too close to you or something?
Yeah, and I ain't with that.
And then what was the conversation when you met him, when you saw him that night?
See, I was like, what up, and like that. And then
he said what? I can't hear you.
I was like, what up? And then he was like, what up? And shit like that. And then he tried to stab me.
And then he tried to stab you. And then what did you do then? You shot him? Okay.
Webb asks to go home, and Detective Rosas says he'll work on it before leaving the interrogation room. Once alone, Webb becomes anxious. He covers his face with his hands and whispers expletives before finally resting his cheek on his right hand. When a suspect touches their face during an interrogation, it's likely a subconscious attempt to pacify their nerves. Covering parts of the body like the legs, neck, or face are all ways to calm negative emotions. The same is true for nail biting, which Webb can be seen doing between moments of talking to himself. Detective Rosas re-enters the room after a few minutes and asks Webb for the location of the gun he used to shoot Mann.
But I need to know, where's the gun at? Hey, I need to know so at least we have that. So it shows that you're being 100% honest with me.
Yeah, I gotta go find it.
Where'd you throw it? I know you went up the trail and up the path to Shady.
I threw it by garden.
By garden?
No, I ain't threw it by garden. I threw it. No, I ain't threw it. No, I ain't threw it by garden.
We got a gun at Garden Street underneath the basketball hoop.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that the gun? Okay. All right. That's the one you used? Okay. No problem. When he tried to stab you, what happened to the knife? Did you take it? You took the knife? Okay. Why did you create an Instagram account? U2X.
It's just an account that I had on the side.
Okay. Okay. So I have all the messages between you two. Why would you bring a gun to meet him? But this is someone you've never met.
Didn't meet him before.
He's never met you.
No, he thought it was somebody else, and then he seen me and tried to kill me. That's what it was.
Who did you pretend to be?
Somebody in Mario.
You were talking to him in a very, and by the way, I'm not judging you by any means. This is preference. But did you like him? And that's okay.
No, I didn't.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're out here now. We're out here.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know. My son.
Oh, I'm not gay.
My son's attracted to boys, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is, And one of my daughters is attracted to women.
I'm not attracted to boys, man.
So why would you talk to him like this? This is very, very sexual in nature at some point.
It's just somebody I knew, and then when I seen him, he seen me, and he tried to kill me. Because I wasn't who that was.
The video didn't show him. The video of you shooting him, I have it. And the video of him with a knife, that's not there. I see it.
Are you trying to kill me?
When you were hiding, you bent down at the hill. When you kneel down in where that hill is, and he comes around, we saw it. Okay, he didn't have a knife. We see it, 100%.
I know you have something in this hand, though. I'm not tripping.
Okay, but you just told me that you took the knife, which I know is a lie.
It wasn't a knife.
It wasn't a knife. Hey.
Yeah, something in here, though.
So, I just want to know why. Why? We're here. It's you and me. We're out here.
Without my block right there, that's a fact.
Everything's on the table. You and I are being honest. You and I are talking.
Cause I felt like he didn't care about
I'm
my life.
in 9 yards down the field
You
and
felt
shit.
like you
What
didn't
the
care about
fuck?
your life.
Yes.
And by the way, did you secretly like him?
No.
And that's
no.
okay.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't at all. I don't get why he tried me. He tried me before.
But he didn't know who you were. He thought you were a guy named Trey Rodriguez. Why would you meet up with him? You had every opportunity not to. And you.
I don't know. I still did. I don't know. Like, I wasn't thinking. He tried to hurt me before.
What?
He tried to hurt me before.
But he's never met you.
He has me.
How?
You know me from Instagram. He been met me like 2 years ago.
Okay. Did you guys have a friendship then?
Oh, we had a new friendship. He thought I was on that, and I wasn't. He tried to understand that.
From 2 years ago?
So now.
So why would you do what you did to him
No, it was
2 years later?
It was from 2 years ago to now. Right.
Because you created this account in February.
Yeah. I don't remember creating an account.
But you talked to him as another person since February for the past 5 months.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that I had that account for that long.
But you were talking to him.
Yeah, I know.
But I guess what I'm asking, Dan, I guess what I'm asking is, what were you trying to get out of it? Like, what you created an account that you reached out to him first, and we see the conversations and we see everything. Why would you do that?
Because I'm not on that. Like, I don't want nobody to think I'm on that.
Nobody's gonna think anything. This is just you and me talking at this point. Hey, and if you're curious, it's okay. We're all human.
Good action.
Hey, it's okay. I mean that. My son loves who he loves, and my daughter loves who she loves. By the way, sometimes we have things that goes on in ourselves that we want to experiment. We want to experience. I'm okay with that. I can tell you this. From my experience with my own kids and my own experience with this job, I can tell you that I think you did want more than a relationship with him. I think you did. And I think that you weren't too sure because you weren't too sure because of your friends and other people you hang out with would not approve of this. That's what I think. And I think that your emotions got to you that morning up, and you didn't know how to react.
He just tried me on Instagram. Like I was like I like boys and I don't at all. That's really why I acted like that.
He did that on your real Instagram account?
And people like they believe in it.
He was what?
People would believe in it, like I was gay or something. I don't even roll like that.
Okay.
And it just had me mad with me up and stuff.
And was that on your real personal account?
You gotta believe it though.
Okay. You felt like this is like to get him back? To start this account?
It was an accident.
It was an accident? Okay. It's okay. That's alright.
Webb confesses to the crime and provides Detective Rosas with his motive. Based on his statements, it appears as though Webb thought he could prevent people from thinking he's gay by getting rid of the source of the rumors. And that source was Teelan Mann. Webb's body language still displays the turtle effect as he buries his face into his folded arms. Detective Rosas leaves the room and Webb sits back up, no longer sharing space with the perceived threat. Detective Rosas obtains a DNA sample from Webb. The evidence tying Webb to the scene plus his confession in the interrogation room later lead to a guilty verdict at his trial in April of 2024. Webb was sentenced to 647 days in jail for resisting an officer. He will serve life in a state prison for the murder of Teelan K. Mann.
What happened there?
This is a public feed for anyone else that has information regarding the murder of Makiva.
The victim is Makiva Jenkins, a 33-year-old mother of 3.
Makiva Jenkins was murdered in cold blood. Nothing was stolen. So obviously it was a targeted killing.
He forced all us to go upstairs. He walks into the room and the gun goes off.
My sister got shot in the head. All right, we have units on the way, all right?
I held her in my arms. She was alive.
We didn't have a whole lot of money coming up, but if I had money, I would offer the biggest reward I could possibly have.
If I got locked up, would you help to get me out?
Yes, I would. Without a shadow of a doubt, bro.
Just told me he was gonna body him. That's what he told me.
Body means
Kill him.
This case is about lies and liars.
Why should this jury believe that you are going to tell them the truth today?
It's always a challenge for prosecutors because bad guys don't hang out with choir boys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, could I have you all go out into the jury?
Oh yeah, I was gonna try to kill him. They took my sister away from me.
Come on, 6ix9ine, stay on that, bro. Come on, 6ix9ine.
Your wife is in a bar, you said she's unresponsive?
This is what he's going to tell you. How to get out of that situation.
And I grabbed the gun.
Trying to find the first place to put a body.
No, sir.
The only thing they could do was kill him.
You want to say anything?
We, the jury, and to find the defendant.
Hi everyone. Hi Facebook. My name is Makiva Jenkins.
Makiva was loved by many.
Business strategist and coach with the Prime.
Hey, run them likes up if y'all like true crime dramas. I mean, true crime shit, cause I'm really into true crime. I'm playing the game. I'm chilling. You know, appreciate y'all chilling with me. Appreciate y'all locking in. The true crime is really interesting. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that go on in this country that we don't even know about. You know, we hear about the big things and, you know, all that stuff, but there's a lot of people that, you know, that is crazy out here in the world.
Enterprise Group. I help entrepreneurs.
She was a good role model, a good coach, and she was everything you could possibly want in a good woman.
Back in 2013, my family and I, we experienced a financial hardship, and I was homeless. We were homeless. And I still started my business in the midst of us trying to find a place to stay. And
She wasn't born into any money or any privilege, and you know, she's someone who was rightly proud of her accomplishments.
So certainly, if I can go from homelessness to running a 6-figure business, I can definitely help you do the same and achieve your business goals.
Makiva Jenkins and her husband Yuri lived in this house in Lantana, Florida, with their 2 children.
She met her husband at a church picnic, matter of fact.
He was a barber. That was what he did for a living. He was sort of a stay-at-home dad, and she was the primary breadwinner in the family.
On the night of June 28, 2017, Makiva Jenkins was at home. 2 hours before going to bed, she had posted on Facebook that after being homeless a few years earlier, she was now making multi-6 figures, and her life was good.
She was pregnant at the time, which was the second time that she had been pregnant. She had had a recent miscarriage, and they were trying to have another child.
Please get here now! Hello? Get here now, my sister is dying for her life, man. She's fighting for her life. My sister just got shot in the head. Somebody who shot her, do you know? No, they came in with an all-black mask on.
Let's go. Just beat the number 1 team in the conference. 7-0. Let's go.
Makiva's
As soon as they
brother
make me the
Marquavius,
starter,
known as
we start
Quay,
toting the ball a
had been
little
at the
bit,
house getting a
start
late-night
opening up the
haircut
pass
from
game,
her husband,
be able
Yuri.
to throw it deep a
It was
little
like
bit, we able
around
to get some
2
action.
o'clock in the morning. Halfway through the haircut, somebody walk in with a gun.
Let's go.
I'm like, man, what the world going on? He walks over, snatches my barber shirt off me, and throws me down on the ground. Like, get down. You think this a game? This ain't no game. Ain't nobody playing here. At that point, I just accepted my fate as, okay, if I die, I just die. He forced all us to go upstairs. As we down on the ground, he walks into the room, and the gun goes off. The dude instantly runs out of the room and sprints out. Like, he hauls butt. We run into the room, you know, we see a hole in Makiva's head.
Yo, somebody call the police, man. My sister just got shot in the head. Somebody came in the house and tried to take.
All right, we have units on the way, all right? And we're the medics as well.
At first, detectives wondered if Makiva's boast of making big money had made her a target.
Who has means, motive, and opportunity to kill Makiva, who everyone loved?
But as detectives scoured the Jenkins home and the upstairs bedroom where Makiva was shot, the crime scene began to tell a different story.
Well, Makiva Jenkins was murdered in cold blood. Nothing was stolen. So whoever broke in and committed a home invasion didn't take anything. There was no money stolen, so obviously it was a targeted killing.
Today's date is June 29th, 2017, time 4:46 a.m., case 17-096159.
Well, the investigators start by interviewing the witnesses.
There was Makiva's husband, Yuri, who had been held at gunpoint. And there was a close friend of the husband, Dimitri Dale.
You grew up with Mr. Jenkins over here.
In West Palm Beach through church. His dad was my pastor for 17 years.
And there was Makiva's brother, Quay.
But that night, everything was good. Everything was good. You know, the whole vibe was good, the flow was good, everything. And then someone just pops out and comes through the garage with a loaded gun. Came in with a .38 special revolver. He had on a ski mask.
But Quay thought the shooter might have been someone who was at the house earlier in the day, visiting Yuri and Dimitri.
I had heard him earlier that day, and his voice sounded so much similar to that other voice I heard that day. So I'm like, yo, this gotta be somebody we know. Because we just heard his voice, man. Y'all just heard his voice.
So now detectives began to wonder if the unidentified shooter might have had some connection to either Makiva's husband, Yuri Jenkins, or his good friend, Dimitri Dale.
Yuri said that, no, this ain't nobody we know, but why is his voice sounding so much similar to how the dude sounded earlier that day? I didn't know what to think or who could have came in that house.
I held her in my arms. She was alive.
Yuri, he's very religious, Christian, cares a great deal about his kids.
And my baby girl, she don't really know what's going on. She's 1 year old. She'll never get a chance to see her mom when she gets older, when she gets her menstrual cycle. I don't know what to do. It's gonna be tough, especially being a black male, a single black male, widower, or whatever you call it. But man, it's gonna be hard, very hard, very hard.
But detectives would come to learn that Yuri and Makiva's marriage was far from perfect.
Well, he had had an affair. She had threatened divorce. He had had a child with another woman.
And it was all just a big mess. You know, it was really, the cheating was there. Exactly, like the cheating was there.
The day after his wife was murdered, Yuri Jenkins went to a local strip club, Flashdance, and boasted about it on Facebook.
I think Yuri had made some comment, basically, he's not going to some white cracker bar, you know, but is it any different than going to the local pub? Only because there's some naked woman in the background.
All those negative stories that are out there right now, what are your thoughts about that?
Honestly,
Honestly.
everybody can go to hell.